Hello all, Edward Kelley from 188 Deadline answering your bankruptcy questions. So today we're going to do two new things. One, start a series on Chapter 13. And two, I'm going to try to record this while I'm driving. So, I'm looking at my phone. It looks a little bouncy. Let's hope it's not too distracting. Okay, Chapter 13. Well, let's start with what it isn't. Chapter 7. So we've talked about Chapter 7 a lot in previous videos. Chapter 7 is what you call liquidation. So you hold on to your exempt assets like your home and cars, your personal belongings, but you liquidate any non-exempt assets. Most people don't have any, but if you did, like a boat, oil royalties, or the like, those get taken, sold, and the proceeds distributed to your creditors. In exchange, all of your debt gets wiped out in its entirety, other than things like student loans, child support, certain criminal penalties. So, what's the difference with the Chapter 13? Well, you get some very powerful tools that you don't get in a Chapter 7, and you have to pay for 5 years. So, let's just do a brief overview in this first video about what is Chapter 13. So, Chapter 13, you can think of it as a fresh start for someone who is either behind on their mortgage or their vehicle payments and needs a way to catch them up, or for someone who simply makes too much money to do a Chapter 7. The real difference is, in Chapter 7, you're presumed not to have enough income to make any kind of payment towards your debt. And in Chapter 13, in most cases, you're presumed to have that money. So the math calculation in a 7 that results in what's called your disposable income generally isn't supposed to leave you more than $100 or so a month. If you get much above that and you file a 7, you may end up being forcefully requested to convert that case to a Chapter 13. So Chapter 13, let's say you have $300 a month left over. And that's a calculation that we present to the court, hoping that they will agree. We take all of your expenses from all of your income, and whatever's left over is your disposable income. You pay that amount for 5 years, and then any remaining debt is going to be discharged. So let's say you have $60,000 in debt, and you pay, your disposable income is $500 a month. And again, the most important thing to remember is your payment in a Chapter 13, which I propose on your behalf, is not based on what you owe in any way, only based on what you can pay. With some, of course, as always, some exceptions. But let's say we come up with a disposable income of $500 per month. So then I propose a Chapter 13 plan, which is an important concept. This is basically your plan to address your debts over the 5 years that you'll be in the Chapter 13. If you're going to pay $500 and you have $60,000 in debt, but you take 60 months, 60 months is how many months there are in 5 years, times that 500, you'll end up with $30,000. So you're paying about half the debt. If those numbers remain, if those numbers are accurate, at the end you're going to discharge $30,000. So that's your basic Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Next week we're going to talk about when your Chapter 13 can be a 3-year plan, and about saving your house and your car through a Chapter 13. Again, I hope this wasn't too bouncy. We'll see how this works. Thanks, and talk to you soon from 188 Deadline.